All right, back with Brendan Morgan again. How are you, Brendan?
Very well.
We're just going to talk quickly about how to sell a pool shop business. You've sold quite a few of those in the past. You sold some franchises, some independents, some part of buying groups. Just talk us through the basics of pool shops and how that works.
Yeah, well, certainly they're a business that gets a lot of interest. Every time we take one to market, there's people from all over Australia inquiring about that type of business. I think one of the reasons being is that it's not heavily licensed as well, unlike a lot of other businesses that require BSA or building licenses and so on.
So
certainly,
yeah, for anyone.
Yeah, well, it's attractive, and certainly I'd say to anyone that's investing in a business, one of the things that you might consider is being able to sell it later on. And certainly pool shops are attractive to a large audience. So they come in all different shapes and sizes, of course. There's lots of franchises that we've sold, Poolworks and SwimMart and the like, and some independents as well that actually derive their stock or product from wholesalers or importers. But typically when a buyer is looking at those, they're pretty focused on the income stream because it is different. Some pool shops will be just straight retailers where they don't offer service to clients or, pool cleaning or, maintenance of their filters and vacuums and things like that. Whereas others have a strong focus on service.
So that ratio is important. What's service, what's retail? Is that something that buyers look at?
Yeah, well, certainly the makeup of the business income is interesting to buyers. Sometimes they like the versatility of, having consistent income through trade. I recently sold one actually on the northern end of the Gold Coast. And one thing that was very attractive to buyers was the fact that it serviced Gold Coast City Council. It actually cleaned all the fountains and water features that Gold Coast City Council maintain. You'd never think that of a pool shop, but that was what they were doing. They'd also had, Surfers Paradise, for instance, has hundreds of high-rises and holiday apartments that have pools. And they were responsible for cleaning those on a weekly basis. So not only do they get to clean them, but they also get to sell, those customers chemicals and what they need to maintain those properties. So a great demand for that type of business.
We've spoken too about GP and different pool shops, and the sale of chemicals is important. There's good markup in those. Do you want to touch on that briefly?
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly, if you've got a pool shop that sells a lot of chemical off your retail floor, there's great margin in that type of product. Certainly in years gone by where I've been selling a business to a buyer and they've given the figures to their accountant, in some cases they can be quite surprised at the gross margin that type of business is able to achieve. It's very profitable. So certainly they come in all different shapes and sizes. Like again, structure of that business is important. If it's a high price tag, anywhere north of $1 million, those investors are really looking for a happy life in the business. They want to see a good staff structure, possibly 2 IC or manager looking after the retail, or a service manager, so that they don't mind investing that type of money and not have to be there 6 or 7 days a week.
It sounds like there's plenty there. Very scalable business.
Yeah, the last one I sold was actually to a plumber from Melbourne.
There you go.
I remember him saying to me, the reason why I'm buying this business is because I've got an investment unit on the Gold Coast that I'd love to move into. It's 15 minutes from the business, and I'm just sick of sitting in Melbourne traffic. I think he's running a plumbing maintenance business, and he was sitting in Melbourne traffic for at least an hour to work and an hour home or more. And now he rides his bike to his business, and it's fully staffed. Actually, one of the previous owners stayed on to help him run the retail shop, sort of semi-retirement for them. And it had a long-term service manager that took care of all the servicing that needed to be done. So, yeah, very, very happy seller and very happy buyer in that instance.
Cool. All right, we'll wrap it up. Thanks for coming on, having a brief chat about pool shops. If anyone's looking to sell a pool shop, you can get in contact with Brendan on the morganbusinesssales.com website. Thanks again, Brendan, for jumping on. We look forward to talking to you again soon.
No problem at all. Give us a call anytime. Happy to chat.
No worries. Bye.